Well, hello, football history fans. So, just to give you an idea of what we're up to lately, what we've decided to do is go ahead and release our simulator first. But a lot of what you're going to see here, we're going to display this for you. A lot of what you're going to see here is also going to be in the game as well. But the simulator is actually, we're looking to release that in Q1 here. Most likely by the end of March. We had to do some tweaks on some things. It's why I've been gone for a little while. So I wanted to walk you through some of the things that we're gonna do here for coaches and players for the simulator piece. And then what we're going to do here is also a lot of these features that you're gonna see here are gonna be in the game. So for the play designer, what we've got here is you can click on the play designer. You're gonna be able to load this up with plays. We're actually working on the UI with this as well. And so you'll be able to load this up with plays, and we've got some loaded in here already. I'll just take one right here because you can also put players in motion. So we'll view the play, and then what we can do here is we can, with our mouse wheel, we can scroll up, and if we wanted to edit this play, we just go ahead and edit the play, and then click on the person that we want to move around here. We hit edit formation, and then just move the player that we want to move. And if we wanted to, I'll show you the route. If we want to delete the route, we can delete it, and then we can go ahead here and then add a route back, and we can use a line here for this. I use this for blocking, and this one for just regular route running and everything, but it doesn't matter which one you use, they'll both work. So then you hit create, and then we'll just draw in here what we want the guy to do and where we want him to go and who we want him to block. And I've matched this up against the defense that's in here, on one of the defenses that's in here, and I'll do another video and show you how that works. But basically what we want to do there is go ahead and save, and then we can run this by clicking down here in 2D, and with the game you're going to be able to run it in 2D as well. As you can see, the man in motion, and there's the ball snapped, and there is the play. Okay, so for coaches and everything, for designing plays and running them and everything, that's going to be great. But then what we also have is here the 3D version. When you go, we're going to show the AI of that, and this is a read and react AI. So all we have to do is put a defensive formation together. We don't have to really draw routes for it. We can just put the formation together, and the AI will react. So then we switch it over to 3D, and then you'll see you'll have, with the camera views, you can actually move the camera around as much as you want. You can zoom in a little bit, but it's all fixed to the ball, so it will go. And what we have in here is, what you're seeing here is our vintage players, which you're going to have that in the football history game, but you're also going to have this in the simulator, so people will be able to create teams and everything like that as well. And so all we have to do is hit this button to run it, because this is a strategical game. You'll hit that, run it, and then you can move it around, camera around. There's the ball being caught and the guy being tackled. And we're working on some of the animations as well too, so we're kind of perfecting a lot of this stuff. But if you go back here to 2D, this button right here, I'll just explain the buttons. These are the camera view buttons. This one is the top-down view, which you can kind of scroll down and move it around for the plays as well. This is the side view, broadcast view, if you will. You can zoom it out a little bit, zoom it back in. This view here is for the rear view, like a traditional video game rear view, but you can also move these cameras around. And we're working on a way to probably have it where you can save that position as fixed and as one of your cameras, and then you can just leave it there if you want. But if we go to the 2D view, we go back to customize, I'll go into the character. So you'll be able to load teams in as you create them, and we have a way where, our own proprietary file, where you'll be able to create these teams, load them in. This is at the team level, and then the game will have at the player level, where you'll be able to alter each player as well with gear and all of that other stuff. But if we take this one, team one, and we just go in here, and with the helmet, for instance, we can choose a modern helmet, or we can choose a vintage helmet. And the vintage helmet, obviously there's no face mask or anything like that, but the modern helmet does have a face mask. And then with that, we can go and change the base color. of that, like right here. We can change the striping pattern. We got about 6 in there now. So you can change that, you can move this around, turn it around and see the different striping pattern. You can also put the logo on one side, like on the right side only, as you can see here, or you can have it on both sides. So we have a lot of flexibility and customization. When you get down to the face mask, you can also have no face mask, so you can create a 1940s, 1950s team like that, or you can have a face mask like this. Now the whole team in this instance would have this face mask, but what will happen is when we do this at the player level, each player can have a different type of face mask. And we're gonna add more face masks in here. As you can see here, we have these, and so that's that. Then you can get down to the shirt level, which is right here, and then you can change the base color of the shirt, do that. You can have no shirt on at all, so you can have none, and it'll look like that. And then you can change the stripe. We have, I think, one stripe pattern for the shirt right now, but if we add, we'd have to add the shirt type in there, and you can see there's the stripe pattern for that. So we're gonna add more stripe patterns for that. You get down to the pants, and then you'll be able to have different stripe patterns for the pants. I think right now we have 5 in there. As you can see, there's this, and you can change the colors of these stripes too. And that's another good thing about that. So you can go back here and go, here's the stripe color, and then stripe color 1. I can do that. And then if I have another one, stripe color 2, let's say I wanted to do something crazy like that, then I can go in and change this to green, as you can see right there. And of course I can save all these changes and everything. Leggings, same thing. We can change the leggings color here. There's 2 stripes on this one, but there's multiple patterns on that too. So there's a pattern there, and then we have a pattern there. So we're gonna give a lot of flexibility, customization. Socks, the same thing. We'll be able to change the color of the socks as well. That's the stripe color, but we have a socks stripe color right there, or you can have plain socks, however you want it. And that's pretty much it. And then you're gonna resell. We can actually save this uniform. I'm not gonna save this one, but well, why don't we save it? Because I'll show you how it comes up in the game. And then we save that and then return to home. And then we're there. And if we wanted to do the stadium, also what we're gonna have here, which a lot of people are gonna like, we're gonna, at first with the simulator, it's just gonna be American football, even though we have the Canadian and the arena working. We're gonna perfect everything with the American football first, and then when we release the game, we'll have all 3 styles, but for the simulator, it'll just be one style. If we wanna have the baseball stadium here, we can do that and save that in there. We can put logos on 7 parts of the fields, in between here, the 20s, the end zones, the middle of the end zones, and then on the other sides here. And then we can remove all these logos if we want to. So if we save that and then go back home and then go back into the Play Designer here, and let's say we put in a, let's just try this, Play Twins right. We can go here, and what you're gonna see here is that you're gonna see the team. As you can see, that those red helmets and everything that I just created for that team 1 is all there. There is the baseball stadium right there, as you can see. And we also have the, obviously you can see the numbers on the players. We just numbered them 1 through 11 for this exercise, but we'll be able to, when we create teams, you'll have any number that you want on there, 0 to 99 or 00. So then you go ahead and play that, and there you go. And we're working on some of the tackling here too. So we're actually kind of working a few things out through the simulator that we're going to do for the game itself. But as you can see, we've also changed our player models as well, and made them a little bit more higher resolution and everything like that, so the game runs very well. When we have the game, obviously there'll be a crowd and people on the sides and all of that stuff will be in there. But for the simulator, we won't have any of that. We may even just put a practice field on that. So that's this video, and stay tuned for some more videos regarding the simulator. And we are going to show you exactly what this is going to look like as far as the game goes. But football history is still alive. I know a lot of people thought it was dead, but it's still alive. We're working, and we're working to make this one of the best games out there. This is going to be, again, strategy based. It's not going to be controller based. It's going to be strategy based, and you'll be able to pretty much create any team that you want. We're adding these things in here, so you'll be able to go and create these teams and then share them online. And we're looking forward to the community doing that. So without being too long with this, that'll be it for this one, and stay tuned for the next video.